Okay, we're ready to go. Ready to go.
Luna Lose Tavern.
The Brilliantly Dumb Show. Luna Lose Tavern. Mikey, why don't you tell the folks who we're sponsored by here today and every day on the Brilliantly Dumb Show?
We are always sponsored by Luna Woodfire Tavern. You'll find it here in Essex County, New Jersey, Nutley, New Jersey, to be more specific. Again, that's Luna Woodfire Tavern, the official, the only Woodfire Tavern of the Brilliantly Dumb Show.
God, that's good. That's good. Breezy Invitational. Pipes are a little bit gone there for me.
Bobby Pipes.
Mikey, I'm going to ask you, okay, because new experience for you, your first Breezy Invitational. I thought you were fucking terrific, by the way. People were excited to see you. Your thoughts on the Breezy Invitational?
Breezy Invitational, in one word, was chaos. It was pure chaos. It was anarchy. It was well put together, well organized, well run. It was like a well-oiled machine.
Sure is.
We had a lot of fun out there. And I thought that the way the holes were set up, I thought the prizes, I thought all the contests, everything like that was absolutely spectacular. I think everyone had a great time. I know I had a good time. Sounds like from your voice you had a really good time.
We were all on our own holes, and somebody came by, so like we couldn't really leave our holes. So I was like, I just asked whoever came by, I was like, how's Cutsy's hole going? And so this guy takes out the phone who's running the tournament, and he pulls up the video, and Cutsy's in a Congo line with everybody from Breezy and everybody, and they're dancing around the hole.
Joseph.
Yeah.
Hey, Joey D
Get
here
loose,
today,
Joseph.
man.
Go ahead.
Joey D, your thoughts,
Just your friends back home. The 18th hole was the party hole.
Yeah, you were having a good time.
We were, man. It was great. We had a great DJ, Italian guy from Long Island. This guy was just playing bangers. It was awesome.
Well, we had a DJ also on the 14th hole, but it was a little bit of a different vibe on the 14th hole. That was the relaxation hole. It was like coming to the Martin. Yeah, it was like coming to the Sands in 1968. Which was really quite an experience out there on the 14th tee box.
I gotta ask you before we start. What did Nicky Diamonds do throughout, like, because I wanted so badly just to go and witness that hole, like, being played, and, like, his interactions with the golfers, like, what was the dynamic there? How was that?
Well, he's complaining that his feet hurt this morning, but I said that maybe because of the wingtip shoes that you wore on a golf course for 6 hours, so that could go into account. But we did have, it was nothing but Sinatra and Dean Martin, and it was literally like being at the Sands in Vegas in '68. People would come up, and it was a nice, like, it was kind of like a reset for everybody there, which was good.
Did you guys have to tell? Go ahead, Bob.
We said early on Nicky Diamonds was a favorite to be the MVP of the day. And I sincerely thought just having the dynamic of having him there, I think was so huge. And then the funniest thing of it all too, Jet said that he saw him leaving, and the way Jet was on the shuttle about to go home, and he looks out the window, and there's a Cadillac SUV, and a driver comes around to the car, comes around to the door, just opens it, Diamonds doesn't say a word, just hops into the car, and then they're gone.
Well, you know what they say about Nicky Diamonds, Bob? When you're with diamonds, you're with Christ.
That's what they say. I got another funny story. I was actually waiting in line for the buffet. I was starving. I hadn't eaten all day. And I see Mikey V, like, from the distance. I mean, how do you not see Mikey V? And these giant arms are just waving me over. And I'm like, dude, I've been waiting in line for like 5 minutes. I'm going to lose my spot. But I haven't seen the guy in a long time, so I was like, fuck it. The line don't matter. I go over to him, and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm waiting to get some food. He's like, we don't wait here, cuz. And I was like, what? He's like, Diamond slipped the server $150. She's bringing whatever you want.
Ridiculous thing of all time.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'll take some wings. So he calls her over. He's like, sweetheart, the young man here would like some chicken wings. He'd like some sliders. Maybe something else. Could you take care of my friend here? And she's like, would you like barbecue or like buffalo wings? I'm like, buffalo wings. So she takes like this little plate, drops it off at me. He's like, you know, for $150, she could have given you more than 4 wings.
You know what? The funniest part about that is that, so she comes over to the table originally, and she's like, and he's like, we really need to get some food here. And she's like, well, you know, there's a line. You really have to wait. He took cash out of his pocket. And she's like, whatever you need, I can get it for you. What do you need? You need some wings, some sliders? So she brought over literally a plate just with a pyramid. It looked like the Giza pyramid from Giza.
Not to mention,
sliders.
He was wearing the nicest white sport coat I have ever seen.
It was a sharp coat.
Looked like he was going to Augusta. It was really,
it
was like, dude, we're at Patriot Hills and Stony Point. I don't think you need to wait.
By the way,
classy establishment.
It is classy. classy, but you're going to compare that to Augusta?
The night
Well,
before.
no, I'm not, but
That jacket was...
We did the event the night before, and we were at the 5-iron event, and everybody was coming over to me, and they were saying, just, reminder, where's the course tomorrow? I told everybody, I go, Stony Brook. I said, head on over to Stony Brook. Finally, somebody said to me, he goes, Bob, Stony Brook's a college, right? So when I went onto the mic, the first thing I had to make a speech, the first thing I said to everybody that I told we're going to Stony Brook, that is actually a college, we're going to Stony Point. I had no idea.
You are so bad with names.
Yeah,
I think I might have said this before, but we will legitimately go onto a golf course. Well, not so much now because we play just foursomes more, but before we used to book as a twosome, and we'd be paired with somebody, and Bob would meet them on the tee box, and they'd be like, "Hey, I'm John," and he'd be like, "Hey, Bob," and then like a minute later, he'd be like, "What was that guy's name again?" So yesterday, Diamond's friend was with us,
Yeah, this
and
is tough.
a super nice guy named Gabe.
Great.
And Bob goes around, he's calling him P the whole time. He's like, "Hey, P, how's it going, P? Yo, P, you're looking good, man. How you
tough,
doing?"
man.
And he's calling him P, and I'm
No,
like,
the best is this morning he texted me. He goes, shocker of the century was seeing P at the Breezy Invitational. I go, that would be the shocker of the century considering he wasn't there.
because I thought it was G.
I
And
go
then,
because it was actually Gabe that was there, not
yeah,
P.
so I thought the name was G, and he's saying P, and I'm like, maybe I fucked up.
Yeah,
But
that was a swing and a miss.
Bob, yeah, just not a good
And you know what
look.
bothers me? I really, really do like him. And I'm telling you multiple times, when I saw him, I said, P, I am so excited to see you. I said, I had no idea. I remember saying it, and it drove me nuts when I woke up and I texted you, because when I texted you, I had no idea still.
Yes, I know.
So you told me. It was tough, man. It was really...
We just got to move on from that.
I know.
We got to move on from that, and that's fine.
But it's something you can work on. Imagine you meet a big executive and he introduces you, and you go up and you get his name wrong. Bob.
Yeah, I mean, nobody has as much grace as Joe when it comes to speaking with executives. And that we know.
I'm not comparing myself. I'm saying, he's getting to the point now. He's signed by UTA. If he goes in and meets somebody, and he's gonna have to work on the name thing. You maybe
Something
do
for you to put in the memory bank
Yeah.
for you to work on.
Yeah, that's right.
So make sure that you do, make sure you do that.
I don't know, I don't know what you got to do, but you got to be better.
Well, I started doing this. I started writing it down. Like, there's the GM at Rayo's. I can never get his name right.
You've been to Rayo's a million
I know.
times.
Well, that's why it bothers me. That's why it really, really.
How do you
bothers me.
not know his name?
I know. Well, that's the thing. It's one of there's some names where you have a time where you could just ask it again. Say, by the way, what was your name? I've been there so many times now to where that time has passed, and you have to know the name.
Yeah,
You have to know the name. There's just no doubt
It's
about
important to know the name in the regular establishments because it gives that level of comfortability. It gives that level of I'm one here. Like we are one. I'm a regular guy here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's something that you can't put a price on being a regular.
I was talking to Scotty Vale yesterday, and somehow the mention of Jim Nance got brought up. You know what the first thing Scotty Vale said? He's like, I've never met somebody who's better with names than Jim Nance.
Yeah,
It's an important thing. Like people, if you remember someone's name, that is a huge, that's a huge plus right out of the gate.
It's a great thing to have. It goes a long way. Look, I'll be the first to tell you, I have got to be better. I'm sorry, but I saw Nicky Juice sit out of the corner of my eye. Did he have a Lou Gehrig jersey on?
Yeah, it's a Lou Gehrig
Is he wearing
jersey.
a Lou Gehrig jersey?
Yeah. Hey, Juice.
Juice.
Nicky.
Juice. Come here, Nicky Juice.
Are you wearing is that a Lou Gehrig jersey? Oh, Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle, and then
Mantle.
Bob
Oh, you
does
got the
sports.
Bob
That's a
Sports
nice.
on
That's
there.
nice. Tell him about the jersey. Tell him about the shoot, Nicky
We got the Mickey Mantle Triple Crown jersey on today, and we're looking to have a Triple Crown of ourselves today.
Wow.
Okay, the Juice
there you
man
go.
coming in. And then another thing too, we also have Nicky Smiggs in attendance
Wow,
tonight. Everybody,
Nicky
a nice warm round of applause for Nicky
The
Smiggs.
only gentleman who will be in
A Cubs
Yankee
jersey.
Stadium wearing a Cubs
Yeah,
jersey.
he's wearing a Henry Rowengartner jersey here this afternoon. Yeah, it's.
Is it Brickma? It is Brickma.
Coach
I was
Wow.
joking. It really is. Yeah.
Rowan Wilder.
Do the Rowan
Gardenhoser.
Do it. Give me that. Gardenhoser. Warm up. You're going in. It's unbelievable. Big one coming from Billy's tonight. And by the way, I thought because of the it wasn't slander, and I backed him up and I was worried, but you just mentioned that he wasn't hitting too well, which it'll absolutely turn around. Anthony Volpe, shortstop of the Yankees, turns around field passes for the boys.
Wow.
Field passes
Wow.
for the boys
Wow.
for today. field passing
Yeah, for
the
today.
boys today.
For today.
And I was worried because we talked about the batting average before, which we didn't need to do. The kids got it. And then it
He
bounced
says
back
and
like
does
that.
all the right things.
Yeah, he does. He's a Yankee.
He's a Yankee through and through. Listen, a lot of pressure. First season coming up, like, the guy's not going to. What do you want the guy to bat 350? Let's give him a little opportunity for growth.
Joseph.
Here
I'm
you go.
saying you don't
Now,
want-
don't flame the guy.
I'm not-
seconds before he's going to get us
We
on
do
the
that
field.
too.
I'm
Joe.
not flaming. I'm saying you want the guy to bat 350. You not want him to bat 350.
I want anybody, but it's not.
That's
It's not
what
an
I'm
average
saying,
league
so it
anymore.
doesn't
This is
make
not a
sense
league
to
for
say
averages
that.
anymore.
It doesn't make sense to say we don't need him batting 350. We'd love him batting 350. He would love to be batting 350.
Well,
I'm
but
not slandering him. I'm saying why not have that expectation?
The problem is we're starting to slander too many people. Now, Volpe did not get slander, and he never will. That's our guy.
No, it's
that is our
not
guy.
slander.
But on the podcast, we have bashed, and we all know where it started.
Where?
Mikey V and Christian Kirk.
Yeah,
Dear
and
friend
by
of
the
the pod.
way, can I say something?
And he
said
buries
today,
Christian Kirk.
Can I say something? He said today that me saying that about Volpe was the same as him with Christian Kirk, and it's not. Because there's been 60 games played for the Yankees when I made that statement, as opposed to when he said it was before the season had started, and Christian Kirk had an all-time season this year.
Yeah, and Mikey, I know we keep going back to it. But
Yeah, you do keep going back to it. You really do keep going back to it quite often. Yeah.
Do you regret it at all?
No, I don't regret it.
You really
All
don't?
I said was, it was not a personal dig on Christian Kirk. All I said was, is Christian Kirk the
Fool
type
me.
of receiver that deserves $20 million a year based on past precedent, based on his performances compounded? The guy had never had a 1,000-yard receiving season
He's a Pro
in
Bowler
his
this
entire
year.
career, and we're paying him $20 million a year. Now he shoved that right up my ass. There's no question about that, because he had a breakout year. He was fantastic. By the way, Christian Kirk, big fan of the program.
Fan of the program. That's
So
our
you know
guy.
what? I like Christian Kirk. One of my
Can I-
favorite players. He
can I
deserves every
maybe-
dollar. How about that?
Can I maybe make a bit of a, maybe we'll twist things around. Maybe
Pretzel job.
this is a beneficial pretzel, so shut up.
Okay.
Whoa,
Maybe-
That's
whoa,
aggressive.
Whoa,
No,
That's
whoa.
aggressive.
listen to this. I'm actually coming to Mikey's aid. He listens to the program.
fuck up, he's
Maybe,
coming to help you. It's fine.
maybe Christian Kirk heard Bear Down go off on him and it
Yeah.
light the fire
Yeah,
within,
you ever thought about that?
Which caused him to have the best
Little
season
motivation.
he's ever had.
Light that
guy.
fire under his ass a little bit.
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
That is our boy. That is our boy through and through. I got it. Something that I got to get off of my chest, and we talked about it on the board last week. And Dickie Gass, who's here today, totally went against it. We said at Luna's.
Yeah, tough look for Dickie Gass.
All bets were going to be placed on the big board prior to putting them in the Luna's Woodfire Tavern
the dining room.
dining room.
Yep.
And Dickie Gass goes ahead.
Yeah, but are you
and he
surprised,
puts in
Bob?
a bet.
He can't help himself.
But that was a thing.
Well, the thing that was more
you call
insulting. The thing that was more insulting to me was when he goes, "Listen, we could put out any plays you want, but these are my personal plays."
Well, of course, yeah.
There's
yeah,
no
but
such
what-
thing as a personal
Can we-
play when you're with a large group. It's
I
all
think we
party
need
bets.
that.
Can we
We need
bring
that.
Dickie Gass to the? Would Dickie come up?
I don't know if he's out there.
Dickie,
Is Dickie out
Gass-
there?
Can we get
Richard?
Dickie? Let's get
Richard?
Dickie Gass here
Richard?
for a second.
We
Come
have
here for
a we have a
quick
big
second,
bone to
Dick.
pick with you,
Come here,
pal.
come here.
Big bone to pick with you.
Give him the mic. Give him the mic. Give him the mic.
I'm gonna probably have
You were
no
talking about a
voice by
guy
the
who
end
got
of this
after it
game.
yesterday.
I'll tell you right now, Breezy, you guys did a phenomenal job yesterday.
you,
Bob,
Dickie.
Cole Cuts, everybody did a great job.
Wow.
If I'd say one thing, I'm a married man. I went out, I partied my ass off, I had the time of my life. If you can get out to one of these outings, I advise you go there.
Dickie, we were just speaking your
Wow.
praises. We
No,
actually
we're not
were
really
just
here to.
speaking.
I'm not here for you to pump up Breezy. I'm here for you to answer for the party bets that you didn't give to anyone and pass as your own
and we
personal
wanna
plays.
For the bet anyway? You're gonna ask me for the bet anyway.
But Dickie, we did
It's there.
say
You do what you want.
But we did say that it would go on the chalkboard before any bets that we placed in, and you put it in at 8 in the morning today.
That's when I was up this morning. I was hungover. I had a baby on my chest.
Hold that. Go ahead, because Ticket's so fucking good. He's got
I had
another
a
mic
baby
right
on
on
my
the fucking
chest.
keel.
I was firing things in. If they hit, hey, they hit.
And
If they
Dickie,
don't, I don't know what to
Can
tell
you talk to us about this 3-horse that you liked at the Preakness?
It's at the Belmont.
At the
Bob.
Belmont.
It's at the Belmont.
Gotta get those names right, Bob. Really gotta work on those names.
Can you tell us about the 3-horse that you like in the Derby today, Dick?
Yeah, I like the 3-horse. He's a little bit of a long shot. I'm throwing the favorites out. I don't like to bet favorites. The 4 should win. I just don't think he has enough horse to do it. I think 3's going to sneak up.
Okay.
See what happens.
You know the thing we were talking about with the horse racing yesterday, which I don't get, and like my dad does too. My dad he wants to know what prior horses have done in other races. My thing is, and I'm honestly asking because I don't bet a lot of horses, but I love doing it. Don't they just the odds makers already have that there to where do you feel like you actually do have to read up on the horses and or aren't the odds in store already?
I handicap it a little bit. I look at what he's done in the past couple races. He won his last 2, broke his maiden the 3rd time before that.
What does that mean, broke a maiden?
You can't ask.
The first race he won.
Oh, okay.
So, he's
Like a
still
pop the
fresh.
cherry.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of juice in the tank.
And Dickie, is
But
there
does
any?
the horse know that he won the race? Like when they say
They
that?
know.
You think so?
What do you mean they know? How do they
They're more
know?
competitive than I am. They know what's going on.
Some
How
guys,
does the horse have the cognitive understanding?
Some
that he
guys, when
won
they
the
call their
race?
cable companies, they say, "Hey, do I get the HBO Max package with this? Hey, do I get the Showtime package with this?" Dickie Gas, first question: do I get TVG with this?
Now, you know what was great? The last Yankee game, Dickie Gas made you guys stop at the track.
yeah.
We rerouted the whole bus for one horse race, and it was
you guys
over
only
before
got-
we knew
you
it.
guys
It was
only got
fucking
one
a
race.
I think we only stayed for 1 or 2.
Yeah, it was one race, and I was over before I could even get the slip in. And he lost, and we all went home, and he was disgruntled, said the horse sucks, and we left.
That's what it's quick action. 2 minutes, you know your fate.
So here's my thing, and I say the thing with the horse racing is it's over so fast. Like you don't have time to soak it in. You bet like a football game or a baseball game. You've got like 3 hours of enjoyment of that bet. Whereas you know the horse race, it's done before you blink. Now if you win, that's instant satisfaction. So I'll give you that. But like I think I've won one horse race out of like 10. I mean, it doesn't happen often.
Well, that
especially
sucks.
the Derby. There's like
Pretty bad picking then.
Oh, no, but yes, the Derby, there's like 30 horses. You can't like
Derby's
what's
a
your
different-
percentage of hitting on horse
A
races?
derby that's a different.
Derby's a
echelon.
crapshoot. Derby's a
normal
crapshoot.
tracks, you got 7, 8 horses running.
Okay, so I'm talking about derbies. That's
Oh,
what
the
I'm-
derby, yeah, that's a
that's
different
what
show.
I'm saying. It's so hard to pick a horse
Yeah,
to win.
but I mean, you're betting a football game. It's a slow death when you lose.
Yeah, I mean, look.
As
he's-
opposed to a
that's
quick shot
man-
to the head.
That's a man
I
who's
can
seen
relate
it
to
all.
that, Bob.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dickie Gas. Yeah.
Let's go Yankees.
Yes,
Oh,
go
wow.
Yankees.
By the way, what you did not mention.
Paul O'Neill jersey. That's amazing.
What
You're
you
the
did-
best, Gas.
What you
really
did not
are.
mention, Bob, last time we were in the Audi Club, and it's quiet in there. It's pretty quiet. Gas was off to the side screaming at the TV because he was trying to hit his 6-leg parlay. And I think he got a strikeout, so he hit the second leg. He's like, "That's 2!"
Attaboy, Dickie. Attaboy.
What a one.
By the way,
Attaboy.
Nicky Smiggs, who has a show tonight, he said to me, he goes, Bob, I'm probably just going to take it easy tonight. And I see him walk out. He's double-fisted. He's double-fisted
Support
Miller.
around for our sponsor here. I got Ted and Jet, a couple Bruce.
Wow. That's big.
Meanwhile, Yaman's coming to the game tonight, and I'm hoping we're getting a saucy.
I need him on the bus.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on the bus.
Oh, we're gonna
he's
get a
on.
saucy Jet tonight.
Jet.
I feel.
We've been on like a 3-day bender here, so
Yeah,
this
we
is this is the finishing. This is the 9th inning. So
Jet said to me, this morning or yesterday at the end, he goes, "I may go hard tomorrow, but you'll never see me go hard again." I was like, "It's U.S. Open next week." He's like, "I'll go hard on the U.S. Open."
No, listen.
Starting to turn a trend here,
I
Bob.
show up for the big events.
You do,
by the way.
yeah,
And
you're a
also,
big-time player.
Just to let you know, I drove by Dickie Gas the other day. He stopped me and he looked at me and he just goes, "Yoshido, home run tomorrow." It happened. I don't even know who that is.
Yoshido?
I don't know. He's
Didn't
somebody
you
on the
not
red
even
side.
know him? Was that the first
No,
time?
we knew. I think we knew who each other were without meeting.
But there was no formal introduction at that
well,
point.
no
doesn't
introduction.
have to be.
I thought he was saying, "Hi, I'm Yoshido," but he was telling me that guy's
Well,
going to
he
home
does
run.
It'd be interesting if his name was indeed Yoshido. That
Yeah.
would be something.
He
He
said
gave
the same
somebody
thing
else
to
too. There was
Bob
another guy,
yesterday.
too.
He met Bob yesterday, and we said hi and stuff, and then he looks at him. He's like, "I like the number 3 tomorrow." And then Bob's like, "I like the fact that you like the number 3." Like, what was he? The number 3 horse?
You know what? The horse race banter and the guys that bet on horse racing, I love that type of banter. I think it's fun. Like Jersey Jerry, the Jersey Jerry clips when he would watch horse racing. That to me, that is when they get the newspaper. Like that is my favorite type of just to watch from afar if people bet on, because those are the true degenerates. With all due respect to Dickie Gass, those are the true degenerates. I mean, you know what I mean? See the way he lit up when he talked about the Belmont?
I mean, his eyes light up like it's Christmas morning when you talk about horse racing. That's his wheelhouse. I mean, that's what it is.
I guess we'll go into the buy or sell. I guess we go to buy or sell segment. Folks, we need to interrupt the Real and the Dumb show to let you know about the one, the only, the AG1 coming out of the boys and girls from Athletic Greens. You talk about something that I'm taking every goddamn day. You're talking about AG1 from Athletic Greens. Pop AG1 into a strawberry banana smoothie every morning the way that Bob does, and then you could go ahead and thank me later. With one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, and more. Start the day right. It gives me a little bit of a pep to my step, keeps me healthy, keeps me clean, and most importantly for me, supports gut health. With the way that I eat, Lord knows that I need it. AG1 as well is a small micro habit with big benefits. It's one thing you can do every single day to take great care of yourself. Your subscription with Athletic Greens comes with a year's supply of vitamin D, which is so important to add in these winter months or even southern months where we get some sunlight and we don't get as much sunlight. Regardless of when you're taking it, rain, shine, or snow, Athletic Greens is a no-brainer. Now, to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/dumb. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/dumb to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. You heard it here first. Pop their AG1 into a strawberry banana smoothie 5-6 days a week. You can thank me later. Look, I'm not just doing this because they're official sponsor of the Bill and the Dumb Show. Did I not light up when I tasted that Luna's pie?
You did.
I didn't. It was unbelievable. It really was. It packed the punch. I got a buy on Luna's for sure. If you're in the Nutley area.
Good rigatoni, too.
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah, let's talk about that for 1 second. Who sits outside at 12 o'clock in the afternoon for a light lunch and says to the waitress,
who said it was a light
I'll have
lunch?
the rigatoni bolognese. That sounds like a nice light lunch.
First of all, who said it was a light lunch? Second of all, people are ordering whole pizzas, okay?
So?
I would make the argument a whole pizza is just as filling as a bowl of pasta.
Okay.
Secondly, here's my reasoning.
It is a light pizza, though.
Here's my
Very
reasoning,
thin.
okay?
Yeah.
Is my thought process goes like this. We're about to get on the bus.
Juice is saying it's personal. He's right. It is a personal pie.
Okay, but my point is this:
Thank you,
we're
Juice.
about to get on the bus. It's going to be a full day of drinking. I don't know when I'm going to eat next, and I tell you what, I'm not settling for some ballpark wiener. Like I have a chance.
Hold on.
Show the spread. That's right.
Chet, clip that.
That looked like
I didn't see that before,
But
Mikey
you're
V.
you know
Clip
this.
that.
I
bro.
did
It's
not
the Audi
see that
Club
before.
Ticket, clip that.
Yeah.
Clip that. I am not settling for ballpark wiener, Joseph DeMar.
And you know what? It happened to be a good rigatoni, so I feel like I made a good choice. My stomach can go through a lot.
It did look good.
Yeah, listen, I like a lot of people wouldn't order the pasta in the day. If I have any excuse to eat pasta in a restaurant, especially, I will always order pasta.
Okay.
Pasta is the one food. If you said you had to eliminate everything else, you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, I would take pasta.
That's a good choice.
Because there's so many variations of pasta you can do.
But today you could have ordered other things.
Yeah.
I stand by my order.
Okay.
No, hey, but look, all the power to you, Joe. It was just when you said it, we just started cracking up because
That does look like a nice spread, though.
You know what I will say with the Audi Club? You guys are very, very
Organized.
hospitable, very organized. You're right, organized, hospitable, and you guys make the plans. Like we knew we were getting the sandwiches weeks ago, partly because I asked.
Right.
But we knew we were getting.
Bob, you know what else I just want to allude to? Mikey V today goes on the Audi Club group chat and says everybody has to download Ticketmaster and StubHub to get the tickets by 2, no later than 2.
Yeah.
I look at Bob, I'm like, I thought it was a night game. He goes, yeah, the game's at 7:35.
Yeah, but what
Then
am I?
why the
Do you want me
hell
to do
I
it? When
need
am
to
I supposed to
download-
do it, Joe? When the fuck am I supposed to do it if I don't do it
Anytime
now?
between 2 and 7.
Okay, Joe. That's fine.
I think the thing is it goes back to saying you're a very organized person.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think you're right.
And that's a good thing because I would not literally do it until I was walking up to the stadium.
I know you wouldn't, and that's why you'd be fumbling around like this. Oh, where's my ticket? I don't know where my ticket is. I actually fucking throwing your phone around.
I actually did do that because the Ticketmaster app stinks.
Well, there you
He's
go.
selling Joey D is going
Ticketmaster
to be selling the Ticketmaster.
Listen, when the app sends me to go to the Safari browser, why can't I just do it on the app?
I will say, there is in your defense, Mikey.
Yes.
It just overall having to order 25 tickets. We ordered so much tickets for this Yankee game that the Yankee Stadium called to see if you just want to do a box.
They were like, "Do you want to just get a luxury box?" I was like, "Actually, yeah." And they were like, "All right, well, we have none left for the Red Sox game, but in the future, if you'd like one, it's
I
open
thought
for
we
you
had the
guys."
Jim Beam suite available.
The Jim Beam
It's all
suite
bullshit.
per
It's
Dickie
Dickie
Guess is
Guess.
not an actual suite.
By the
It's
way,
just you sit in seats
Can
and
I
then you
tell
go.
you
It's
something
not
really
real.
funny?
It's fake.
Somebody messaged me on DM on Instagram. They're like,
you
"We're going to
go.
be on Saturday at the game in the Jim Beam suite. You guys should come by and say hi."
It's not a suite though. The guy's trying to flex. It's not a suite. It's just seats, and you go up to a fucking window teller, and you get like your own little concession
tell you
stand.
something,
It's
though.
not, Audi Club a lot better than the Jim
Audi
Beam
Club
suite.
was great.
Yeah, Audi Club's great.
If you can't find Joey D for a moment today,
He's
I
at
would
the Jim
bet
Beam
your ass
suite.
he is at that Jim Beam.
Taking that guy up on the DM 100%.
I bet you they got rigatoni in that suite.
I would guarantee you he finds a way up into that. God, I got such a kick out of that though yesterday when I asked the tournament director. I said, "No, how's Joey D doing?" And he just showed me that video, and you just see Cuts eating the Congo line.
We were doing push-ups. We were doing
Yeah, I saw that. By the way,
Yeah,
some
he
good
did,
push-ups
he
out of you,
did.
buddy.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is
Swole cuts.
Well, it's getting there slowly. The rigatoni don't help, but that's never going to change. But I'll say this is that I was surprised how many I did. I went up against what seemed like Mr. Olympia because I kept thinking he was going to stop, and this fucking guy was like RoboCop, man. He just kept doing, after 40 push-ups, I was like, bro, 40 for me is like an all-time record in a row. Like, I'm done. This guy could have gone on. And then he actually like tapped me after. He's like, "Sorry, I didn't stop." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, like we could have collectively stopped at like
Yeah, you
20.
guys should just have agreed on like 20.
It was like a minute a put. It was tough.
I would say I did do a better job of pacing myself for this one. I was hammed up, but that last one, we were an hour in and I was gone. I mean, I was gone
Well,
with
some
the
of the players were telling me you're pretty buzzed
Yeah,
up.
Well, I was.
all I kept
I
hearing
was.
around the course was I'm going to be honest.
Oh boy.
I'm just be honest.
This is tough.
Everything I heard from every player that
Bob
came
was
on the team,
hammered.
"Have you seen Bob?" I'm like,
Oh,
"No,
boy.
you see me melting on the 14th tee. This is where he goes. He is banged up. He's been doing tequila shots all day."
Well, I know when Bob is really hammered is I saw him at the end and he doesn't even say anything. He's like, "Come here, Dot," and he's a hugger. When you're hammered,
he's a big hugger.
you start
Yeah,
hugging. The
perfection.
hugs come out when you're drunk.
It's true.
good though, Bob.
Yeah, it
Which is great,
fun.
but it's like, oh yeah, this kid's soft.
You know what? Come to think about it, I guess it didn't pace after all. Yeah, I guess I didn't do such a good job after all. The DJ played Billy Joel, and once he got
good
the
for
Billy
you.
Joel
Good for
going,
you.
then I really was missing. Ticket, we got to play over that the Nicky Diamonds thing for sure. That clip that you got of Nicky Diamonds.
Doesn't take much to make a man happy. You know what I mean? I sit, I relax, I take it in. The foliage out there. I'm used to asphalt. A lot of asphalt, a lot of papers. I can take this in, I can live this life. I don't work anyway.
Hey, you guys getting a break anytime soon?
I don't know when the breaks come. I heard there was a dinner. I'm waiting for the dinner. You know? And if it's like, a half a veal cutlet, I'm gonna have a serious fucking problem.
While we have you on the ones and twos for the first time here, Ticket, which I like a lot, we got into it about on the podcast, and in my defense, I called you on that episode about Mikey V not offering you the ticket for the Audi Club. Whose fault was that? And I called you on the episode because I said I want him to defend myself, because there's been times where if you've taken some shots, you've called me when you're editing it and you're like, "What the fuck? Like, I can't even defend myself."
Sure.
Now you have it. What in your eyes happened with the Audi Club? Who dropped the ball? Who should have offered the ticket?
Well, first I'd like to address the do not disturb thing. You know what I was doing, Bob? I was editing our show. That's what I was doing. And I was just getting blasted with text. So I threw it on just to finish our show. Audi Club, Mikey V months ago on a different show told me that I had a ticket. Then all of a sudden,
I still want to see. I want to see that receipt because that's not
and
true.
You know what? You will.
That's
you will
not
see
true.
that
I want to see the receipt.
You will see that
Show me the
receipt.
receipt ticket because that was never said. Now what happened was this man is the guy to blame. This guy, and he took the ownership on it. So when he's taking the ownership, there's no debate over it anymore. It's his fault.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Originally, when it came up, I said, okay, you know what? Come to think of it, that should have been me where I should have sent it your way. I didn't think you would want to. Binyamin wanting to go shocked me because that when he texted me, he's like, I want in on the Audi Club. I was like, great. Like, I had no idea. So I originally thought, but then to hear that this jackass offered you it, mentioned it, and then it delivered, I was off the hook.
Sure did.
It was at that moment that I was off the hook.
But you're not off the hook because it never happened.
You often find yourself off the hook, don't you?
He does quite often, doesn't he? It's amazing. He's a slippery one.
He's a
very
slippery little wriggly worm.
Very
This
slippery.
guy.
Very slippery.
His word is way off.
Slippery is a good word.
Because he just got to get down.
Take it on down. Throw himself a little dart.
Oh man. Okay, do we have buy or sell? I'm Luna's Woodfire Tavern, and then the buy. I bought him before, but the Nicky Diamonds. I think by the end of this breezy, because that was his first time really getting in front of the camera.
He looked exhausted by the end of the
By the end of it, he was shot. I said, "Do you want to go take a shot?" And he just looked at me. No, I was like, "All right,
He was
yeah,
dead. He was like, I have to get out of here.
By the way, there's few people like when they decline a shot, you'll be like, "Come on, do a shot."
no,
Bob was like, "I'll do a shot." He's like, "No." Bob's like, "All right then."
Yeah,
Just walked away.
Yeah, let's see the bet.
We got to talk about the exit he had last night.
Oh no, we mentioned it.
Yeah, we
Jet.
did mention it.
It was the funny Jet. Just from your eyes, the Nicky Diamonds exit. Hearing it from Jet was just the best.
No, we were in the shuttle going home. Me and the ticket, I think, were the only people on there. And he has like a saunter to him. He was like cruising up, and an Escalade pulled up. The door, I don't even know if anybody opened. Somebody came around.
It was an automatic door.
He slid. He went right in the car. I don't even think the guy went back around to get in the driver's seat. It just took off, and he was gone, like dust in the wind.
Batman.
That was it.
It's unreal. So look, that's my buy. Joey D, send it over to you.
Selling this week, selling hard on United Airlines, man. Let me tell you. Hey, you know what? You don't want a body bag? I'll do the job, because I tell you what, you want to talk about an organization that had no idea what was going on from start to finish. First of all, I tell you what, when we have to fly across the country, it's stressful enough. We go from West Coast to East Coast, it's a long flight, this and that. I went on the app. You want to talk about a bad app? Ticketmaster looks like they got all their ducks in a row when it comes to United's app, because this thing was like post-dated 2010. It's one of the worst apps I've ever seen in my life. I went on the thing. I wanted to upgrade my seat. I go on the app. I try to change my seat. It shows that there's nothing left in the business class. I don't expect business class, but there's an economy plus seat for $169.
The faces Smigsby's making. The faces Smigsby's making. In the
yeah, you know, I don't need it. I don't need it personally. I tried to get a $170 upgrade for this seat in 22C. I still remember the seat. Still was behind Bob in the row, but that's neither here nor there.
Don't bring me into this.
22C, I go in, I have to create an account, whereas American Airlines, any other app, you can do it as a guest. I got to put in all of my information. Then, instead of just being able to scan the card, I got to put all the information on the card. I was driving to the airport, and I had the Frenchie in the lap. I was trying to do this all together. It was a mess. I finally do all the thing. I press buy, and the app just closes. It closes mid-purchase. So then I said, okay, I'll go to the kiosk and I'll talk to the girl and I'll see if I can do that. You know what she says to me? She goes, oh, there's a seat. I was like, great, I'd like to upgrade it. You can't. I was like, no, I understand there's no free upgrade. I'll pay for it. You can't.
Man,
I'm like, what do you mean my money's no good here? You won't take the money to purchase a seat? So long story short, I end up all the way in the back, and then I ended up moving to the exit row. The stewardess comes, she says there's a family that wants to sit in this row, And I'm like, you know what? Okay, let him. I had a nice aisle seat. I was comfortable. I move. She doesn't tell me it's a middle seat for the exit row, Bob.
This is insane.
This is fucking
so, Joe,
insane.
just to clarify, are you buying or are you selling?
I'm selling. It was a fucking disaster from start to finish. I don't understand why it's
Joe
just,
couldn't buy his way into a better seat as the cell.
The best
No,
one-
but it's just so inconvenient. Like from start to finish, from the time that I tried to get on the flight to the time that I left, it was so brutal. And then I took a picture. The stewardess fell asleep in front of me.
Oh,
You know,
I did.
that's
That was a
not-
great picture.
That's
That
not
was a great-
allowed,
that
man.
was
You know
great.
that she could get in
That's
real
not
trouble
allowed.
for falling asleep.
That's not allowed. FAA regulations. Okay.
United, be better. That's
Okay.
my cell.
All right, Joey D. Joey D. with the seller. Mikey V.
I'm going to do
over
a very
you.
quick sell, and people aren't going to be happy with it, and a lot of people are going to be hurt by it.
Oh, God.
I'm selling SpongeBob SquarePants.
Whoa.
Yeah, I
Whoa.
think SpongeBob. Why do I keep seeing SpongeBob-related memes, SpongeBob-related material? The show was never that good to begin with. Show stinks. It's terrible. It's 30 years later now. Stop with the SpongeBob references. Like fuck SpongeBob.
Whoa.
I'm selling SpongeBob. Yeah,
Really?
terrible.
What did SpongeBob
Terrible.
ever do to you?
He did nothing, but he's never done anything for me either. So fuck him.
Yeah,
I'm not a SpongeBob
didn't
guy.
see
I think he's
that.
terrible.
And I got looks
Yeah,
for
you
my
know what?
take.
Well,
Holy
I mean,
shit.
my take only took
SpongeBob's
15 seconds. Yours took 15 minutes. So that might be part of the reason why.
SpongeBob's taking strays over
He
here.
is?
Meanwhile, we'll leave it at that.
I see Fubu in the crowd, and I do want to say Fubu was playing with somebody yesterday that walked up to the tee box. Nice guy, I liked him. But he walked up to the tee box and he said to me, before anything, he goes, I want Fat Perez 1v1. And I'm like, wow, what a ballsy thing to do. Who Fubu, what was the name again?
Anthony Montez.
And
He's gonna regret
came
wanting
up,
Perez pretty
and
soon,
he
that's
says
for
to me, yeah, he looks at me just right away and he's like, I want Fat Perez 1v1. And I was like, whoa. I was like, take it easy. I was like,
Call out
take
the
it
big
easy
dog.
here.
You're
I
about
was
to
like,
get
you
to
know,
How many deep was he at that point? That's the question.
But then he goes up and he approaches the ball. It was the smoothest swing. He stuck it within a couple feet of the hole, and I just hit my. He won the closest to the pin. Yeah, he won. So you know what? At that point,
All right,
it
he
was
put
just-
his balls on the table
I know,
at
but
that
when he
point.
came up, I said, "Man, this guy's got some nerve doing it." And then he stuck it. He gets the closest to the
He's
pin.
a good player.
Yeah,
Good player,
yeah, it was
yeah.
very, very good. So
player.
look, that 2C. All right, so we got the bus here. I know it's kind of going to
we
be
gotta
one of
roll
our
in the top
shorter,
five.
our shorter podcasts, but good to finally have the boys together. It really is good to have the boys together. It's been a bit. We're going to be doing top 5. Mikey V, I'm going to be starting with you. Why don't you tell the folks what we're going to do here for the top 5 before we
Top
hit the
5
boys?
things you love. Top 5
But
things
I'm
you
not
love.
ignoring you. I'm just going over my list, by the way. I don't want you to think I'm being rude.
Okay. Top 5 things you love aside from family, food, and friends. So no food, no family, no friends. Top 5 things that you love.
Oh, okay. I'm in trouble. I thought we could do food. I just thought it had to be.
I
Oh,
clarified
my
this
God,
80
Bob,
times.
Come on.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Fuck.
So am I going first?
Yeah. And then we'll go to Joe.
Number 5, give me a fresh haircut. Now, obviously, we're not going to talk about my hair because it's a sensitive subject for me. But a fresh cut lineup, beard. There's nothing quite like that. That's a really special kind of feeling every couple weeks when you get that done. That's number 5. Number 4, I'll take swimming pools. Swimming pools are tremendous. Yeah, I love swimming pools. Yeah.
What
I'm a
are
swimming
we
pools guy. Yeah.
What?
Over the ocean. Yeah, swimming pools. Swimming pools. Yeah.
This
Give me
is
swimming
the
pools.
start of all. You're carrying on from last week. This is a horrible list.
I
so
tell you
far.
what, I think swimming pools are going to resonate with a lot of people.
Okay. All right, keep going.
Not us. Not
That's
these
fine.
people.
That's fine. That's fine. What else is new? Number
Pool boy
3,
over
give me
here.
binging television shows. I think binging TV shows, kicking back in the recliner, being able to binge a really good show is something that's like an addiction, kind of a love. It's like a sickness almost. Number 2, give me showers. Nothing better than a fresh shower. I'm a two shower a day guy, maybe 3. I love a good shower. Give me showers at 2, and then number 1, give me football Sunday. Football Sunday.
you
Football
rectified
Sunday
it.
is the king of the love outside of family, friends, and food. Give me football Sunday at number 1.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Good. Very nice.
Good
Very
God.
nice.
Well, we know who ain't winning this week is the pool boy over here.
I was like, Joey D's on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he's on the board.
Hey, they were groaning before, but now they're laughing, Bob. We'll do
not anymore.
top 5. We're going to go with number 5. We're going to go movies. Give me a good movie. Who doesn't like going to the movies? You're right there, dude.
No, we're just getting over that last line, that last punchline you just gave Johnny Carson.
You had it. You just had to get out. You had it. Just
Some people
get
say I'm
out.
like George Costanza.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
should
learn
have
when to
Costanza
take
that.
out
All
on a
right,
high note.
I'm done. Get out.
Yeah, I gotta
Get
learn
out.
to take out on a high note. All right, number 5, I'm gonna go with movies. I love a good movie. I don't know if you have to specify between going to the movies and just watching movies, but I think that movies are awesome. Number 4, I'm gonna go with a good concert. Going to a good concert, music band, love watching, like, it depends. I don't know. Everybody's got their own taste, but I think going to a good concert is awesome. I love that. Love music and concerts. Number 3, traveling. Give me traveling. Love going to different places, exploring, seeing different things. I mean, I think to me that is one of the best ways to spend your money is to go travel, explore the world, go to Italy, go to Europe, go to different places. Give me traveling at 3. Number 2 is sports. Love watching sports on TV. Why are you looking at me like this?
What did we say about
Joe,
sports? You can't just say sports.
It's got to be a specific. It's got to be
Watching sports.
No, but Joe, it's got to be. But Joe, if we didn't have this
All right,
conversation,
I'll specify. I'll specify it as football Sunday then. Okay,
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's fair.
sure.
You stole
All
mine.
right,
but that's
Committee
fine.
agree?
Yeah, that's fine.
Committee
That's
agrees.
fine. That's fine.
Okay,
Committee
that's fine.
agree.
That's fine.
And number 1, it's changed my life. Playing golf with the boys or girls or whoever wants to play. Playing golf is as good of a time as you're going to ever have. 4 hours of just enjoyment. You're out in nature, out wherever. You just turn your phone off and you just, well, not if you're this guy, but you turn your phone off, you go out, you play, you enjoy a
You gotta
round.
take your Lexus, right?
Golf round with the boys, number 1.
Okay. Yeah. Any issue there besides the sports generalization? He fixed it.
Just in his general presence.
What?
Yeah,
but
it was good.
That's it. No.
I actually think it's a good list.
All right, love you, dog.
Very good. I love you too, bro.
We're back. Number 5. Give me golf. Give me golf at number 5.
Golfing with going to golf?
Yeah, of course. Not what.
Well,
Yeah.
it could be going to a golf event.
No. Going to golf. Twilight times.
Okay.
Particularly, you know me with Twilight times.
Yeah, you love a good
Yeah,
Twilight.
he loves the sun.
You love a good
this guy.
Twilight.
Half a gummy
Yep.
at 9.
Bobby
Yeah,
Sunset.
yeah.
Little Bobby Clouds.
Yeah, I shouldn't even say half a gummy. Half a
Little
gummy
Bobby
at about like
Clouds.
6 or 7, and then as the Twilight's coming, something that nobody said. I don't want to turn into the Howard Stern show, but sex.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta put sex on. Well,
Yeah, no, sex has got to be on
What? I mean,
No, that's
come
good.
on,
No, that's fair.
You don't have to
That's
make
fair.
a whole thing
That's
out of
fair.
it.
That's
That's
fair.
gonna be tough for the graphic. that's gonna be real.
T-Bone with that one, T-Bone.
Yeah, that'll be tough.
You should just do like a blurry screen. Like
I got sex at 4. I got NFL Sunday at 3. Give me NFL Sunday at 3. And then number 2, New York Yankees. Whether it's going to the Yankee game, watching the Yankee game, it's deep in my soul.
Over football?
Yeah, if the Yankees are in the playoffs or anything.
Yeah, that is a little weird, isn't it, Joe?
I'm telling you.
I tell you what, I've known Bob a long time. I don't think that's actually in, like, you're telling me that you would rather watch a regular Yankees game over a regular NFL Sunday.
No,
you're
you don't.
full of shit, Bob, if you're telling me that's the case. And it's just because
but
you're
if he's
not
gonna
because
say
we're
Yankees
around the letter.
playoffs,
Yankees playoffs, but
Yankees
Okay,
playoffs.
so to answer your question, not the regular season Yankees playoffs.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
that would be
okay, fair.
All right, that's
fair,
a fair argument.
fair.
That's a fair argument. And then at number 1, just the internet. I got the.
Oh my good
number
God.
1. I
The
got
World Wide Web.
Yeah.
Number
Bobby's
1.
social medias.
The World Wide Web and a good
my
Wi-Fi
God.
signal.
Yeah, I mean, am I
man.
crazy? Yeah, I got the internet at 1. Yeah, I mean, hey, look.
That's a tough look, man.
It is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Thank God Bob was born post-internet era. Could you imagine him like back in the day?
Yeah, yeah.
Say something.
He'd be fucking
Be tough to send fucking telegrams of every time you
Bobby would
ate a
have
chicken Caesar wrap.
Morse code, Bobby. Morse code,
We're
Bobby
sending Morse
boy.
code on chicken.
I tell you, people don't know too. I was when vines were going on.
Imagine him back in the day sending a carrier pigeons. He'd have a whole fleet. He'd be a pigeon farmer. He'd have pigeons all over the fucking house. Oh my God! Thank God you're born when you were.
It's a good way to go out.
Oh,
Let's go
Jesus.
Yankees.
Go Yankees. Audi
Luna's-
Club forever.
Luna
forever.
Give a
Brilliantly
good,
dumb show
good
forever.
shout out to Luna's, please. Luna's Woodfire Tavern, the best, Nutley, New Jersey. Ask for Lou. Ask for Nikki Juice. Come on in. Come on by. Good food, good drinks. Let's go Yankees. We're headed to the Bronx. Our first live show together, which is special.
Fucking great.
I love you boys. I appreciate you boys. We'll see you next time. That's another edition of The Brilliantly Dumb Show.